Alright dudes and dudettes, it's Gaz here on MUFC Daily for Full Time Devils, bringing you all the latest Manchester United news and Manchester United fan community news. So let's start with tonight's absolutely massive game against PSV. As the group stands, we're on 7 points, PSV are on 6 points, and Wolfsburg are also on 6 points. So it's very, very tight, and there's a few teams who could go through, and we have every chance of not qualifying for this group. So we need to stay focused tonight. It's an absolutely must win. If we win tonight, we are through. But of course, we don't just want to go through, we want to go through top of the group, and we've got a very, very tough game against Wolfsburg on the last game of this group. That is at Wolfsburg as well. So Germany, it's always a difficult place to go. So it's an absolutely must win tonight. Let's hope the Old Trafford crowd can get behind the team and we can get that all important win. Now let's talk about some injuries. Players that are missing from the team tonight. Herrera and Phil Jones both out. I'd imagine that they would have both started as well. So that's a bit unfortunate for Louis Van Gaal, his team selection, but hopefully we can find a way around it and still get the win. Longer term injuries, we still have Michael Carrick who's out. Tony V, he's out with he had a foot operation, didn't he, recently, posted on Twitter, so that's keeping him out of the team for the foreseeable future. And Luke Shaw, of course, after he broke his leg in the first game against PSV this season. A horrible leg break after a pretty rough tackle from Hector Moreno. Not as bad as a lot of people are making out, but it wasn't a good tackle. It was two-footed and it wasn't great. Now, tonight the PSV fans have sort of shown that they slightly agree with that, because they've got a big banner to take into the game which basically just says, "Get well, Luke Shaw," which is a nice touch in it, but I imagine there's a lot of English people saying, bit cringy that, innit? But maybe that's just a cultural thing, because a lot of English people don't seem to like it when football fans are nice to each other. I think it's a nice touch anyway. So that's what PSV fans are doing, so fair play to those PSV fans for doing that. Now, let's talk about my favourite topic in the world. We've got to talk about transfers. The more we get closer to January, the more I've got to talk about transfers. And today, it's a name that was sort of came out of the blue in the summer. A lot of people were happy about it, a lot of people didn't like it. We put a 20 million bid in for him. Sadio Mané of Southampton, very fast-paced winger. Louis Van Gaal has said that he wants fast-paced wingers. He fits the bill, let's face it. He's got Premier League experience and he completely fits the bill. He's a fast, exciting winger. Whether he's the calibre for Manchester United is yet to be seen, but we did have a 20 million bid rejected in the summer. I reckon if we went in with a similar amount next summer, we'd be okay. But if we want to get him in January, as is being reported, then, you know, I think we'd have to go closer to 40 million. I know that sounds ridiculous, and 40 million is without doubt too much. However, maybe 31, 32, something like that. That is what we'd have to pay to get him. Just football prices are just inflated nowadays, so there's nothing really adds up when you put them alongside the talents of the player. But, you know, he's a good player. However, I'm still unsure whether he is of Manchester United calibre. Anyway, guys, get your comments in below. Tell me what you think about Sadio Mané. Would you take him? What price would you take him for? Get your comments in below. Tell me what you think about him. Tell me what you think about the game tonight as well, because like I say, it's a must win, and if we don't win, then I will be having nightmares for the next few nights, because we may well not get out of that Champions League group, which doesn't bear thinking about. Anyway, guys, I've been Gaz on Full Time Devils MUFC Daily. See you in a bit.
Welcome back. Anyway, let's get stuck in some Manchester United news. Starting off with Louis Van Gaal, quotes everywhere from him this morning.